first match for the Oceanic Faceit League. Avant Garde versus Trident on Dust 2. Going to be kicking things off here. And, well, not much more to do other than just let the action unfold. DevK, the leader here for his respective team.
Looks like Trident pushing into tunnels. Coming out onto B site, we've got Exerts picking from doors. Lovely play.
So already some good damage done here as they try to make their way inside. The bomb does go down though, so 2-on-4 situation. As you can see, Zert's trying to pick his way into the site. Now challenging, he's got support from his teammates. PTG on the other hand is just all the way on the other side of the map. They're going to drop down to CT spawn with the Deagle and see what he can get.
Lovely headshot there.
See if he's going to go down and what other shenanigans can be pulled out of the bag here by PTG with this Deagle. Again, I've been warned to look out for such plays here. PTG in another quick one-on-one here. He needs to get shot in the side here. Does take down one more player.
Only 19 HP there. Looks like if he picks the window player, they've fallen back onto site. Got Exerts playing from the back.
It's good here from Shads, and it's not trying to take any untoward risks at the moment, trying to just play safe. They know that this round could be blown up by PTG, as unlikely as it would seem with the health that he's on at the moment, but he is going to go down. Did get a couple extra frags, though, with the Deagle that were slightly unexpected, which is going to land him on $2,000, so he himself is going to be able to purchase a scout if he wants to, and the same can be said for DevK as well, but looks like just the pistol armor all around for Trident in this round, as we have Famuses loaded up on the Avant Garde side. Upper dark take hit coming in from Avant Garde, and they're going to see absolutely nothing here. So that's quite an interesting development, because Stevie's actually waiting down by lower dark. He already checked upper dark. He's seen nothing there. So Shad's over by long might be expecting something, but so far still nothing much seen. Stevie going to slowly peek up, gets his head shot off there, as Trident now have the dark area, and the entire lineup has been spotted. So Avant Garde now have a much better idea, and you can see the smokes are coming in now to try to stop any rush from them. But they are not going to be deterred here. Going to go straight through the smoke here, smokes of their own, and good crossfire to deal with that one. That's like hard times coming in here. Trident actually 2-on-3 now, but Zert's on the plateau, able to take down the last two players, and that's going to be a good defense. And
only losing two players.
Yeah,
they're holding it pretty well. I think one more eco from Trident, and they should be hopefully getting on track. If they pull out a few frags, it'll be good, damaging their economy.
Yeah, I like that. That's risk early on from Stevie, just pushing straight up. I mean, you get that close range, that play on the close range there, so that can obviously be problematic against the pistols, but it gave them so much information. And once again, they're going for a similar play. They got Zerts pushing lower dark, and also they're pushing around to T-spawn as well, so they're going incredibly aggressive.
Taken out there
on the anti-eco.
Sheep managing to take out Stevie there on mid with the Glock. Lovely headshot by him.
So far, so good here for Avant Garde. They've only lost one player, but in comes the flanking player here with the MP7. There's going to be a lot of cash in the bank.
It up. Only one player down for Avant.
So 3-0 now, and we're going to get the buy coming out from Trident. And we're going to have a bit of a pause. So already interesting to see the propensity for aggression as we had the push through lower and upper dark in the previous round, and it's strangely, I guess it is quite a big risk, because you know that in the second round, when the T team didn't actually get the bomb down, that they're going to be going for that pistol armor, and just to push in and be up against the close ranges, because there's very likely going to be like at least a couple players going there with pistols, and the Famus is okay, but against running Tech 9s, you've always got to be careful. But it did give the key information there for Avant Garde to actually understand exactly where everyone on Trident was, so that enabled them to have a good picture. So I would like to see how this aggressive style develops for Avant Garde. Are they going to keep going for these really hyper aggressive plays? Are there going to be a lot of lower and upper dark takes? Because that's a really exciting way to play the game. And it's something
Avant definitely aren't afraid though. They seem to be pulling out the risk but high reward tactics. I think it's paying off. It's definitely paying off.
This will be the man to watch now, I think.
Let's see what Sheep can do with the orb.
Yeah, Avant with Sheep, that has the kind of putting him into the lineup has changed their dynamics as a team and shifted some of the roles that the players are playing now. So they're not going to be as set, as comfortable, as firm in their roles as they previously were before Sheep joined the lineup. So this is going to be something that is going to develop over time, but we'll have to see how well they've adapted so far to putting Sheep in as a dedicated AWPer. Somebody that came from Team Fortress 2 previously and was the top player there for 3 years, so interesting to see him make this jump over, and he does already get a tag there through the doors onto Ares, so that's a good opening bit of damage there from Sheep, and we do have the good old Noah stack here in the middle by the double doors. Good nade over there. That's a massive amount of damage there to Stevie. Down to 48. That's a perfect grenade. Still holding despite this smoke going away. That Noah stack there by the double doors to catch those players as they move for that cat control. But Sheep, oh, he just
sees a sliver there from Stevie. Wondering if Stevie will peek.
Oh, wow. Great
Lovely
response. Reactions are really good here. We have more AWP coming in there. Good stuff there, playing with the barrels. Not the most common position for an AWPer, I've got to say, but works out in the end for try. They only lost one player there, actually, so that's a pretty huge result, considering that that was the first buy round for Avant Garde there. And you can see Avant Garde going for that picky-based style, but just outplayed on the execution. So Avant Garde also going to be, that's probably going to be one of the hardest things for them, not settling into the new roles.
Huge amount of damage there, only knocking him down to 20 HP. We've got Exerts taking out PTG in lower dark. He's going all over mid. With only one guy left for Avant Garde. We've got Sheep here with the AWP, Deagle even.
The mini AWP.
The mini AWP, indeed.
That works.
With a lovely one dig onto Shadsky.
Alright, so now Shavs is down. And Sheep has claimed himself an AK. He does have Kevlar as well, so might be able to inflict some extra damage here to the Trident lineup. He's got a minute to play with, and damage is the name of the game for him. He can remove some of those weapons. We can already see that Trident are starting to build up money here. We've got loads of cash on Zerts, who has only died once so far. So, extra couple of frags here would be a really good result. And he doesn't have to. He's not really interested in saving this because they have so much money from the round bonus. And you can see that already they're going to be buying next round. That he needs to really just go for some frags here.
Spotting Stevie on mid. Just about gets the pick there.
Ares and Sigurd left. See if how that name is supposed to work here. Got to bear with me on that one, but is that Diggs?
Diggs?
Yes. Sure. Is it Diggs? Yes, of course it's Diggs.
Of course.
Of course it's Diggs. I'm so stupid. Right, forgive me, guys. My ignorance. But there we go. So Diggs with the AWP as well as so the two AWPs going to be working in favor here for Trident now if they are familiar with this setup. But that's a very fast timing onto the catwalk here for Avant, actually. This will be unexpected by Trident. However, with Diggs on that AWP, on the crossover or the A area, that's going to definitely be really helpful here. Zert's going to win his duel against Sheep as well. And Avant Garde looking like they want to burst through middle now. There's Diggs laying in fire from crossover, and they are just sandwiching them at the moment. They're stuck in the choke points. The jumping
headshot there. Wonderful by Stevie. And there he's finishing up with the spray on Dev.
So certainly looking very clean here so far for Trident. 6 rounds to the 0. Avant Garde not really able to break them. Sheep, we can see him trying to open up opportunities for his team at, with the AWP, but it's not really been working out so far, and it's leaving a lot to be desired. And before they can really get any rushes or set plays going, or even get some positioning, let's say on catwalk, it seems to be that Trident are doing a good job in shutting them down, and they are switching their CT setup quite often as well. We've got 2 players on long here, not the 3 players on A as we've seen previously, and Diggs already opening things up. Sheep goes down, another easy frag. Very easy stuff here for Diggs.
Going for the no-scope. Doesn't, unfortunately, get it. DevK going to peek around on long.
In-game leader left here now. Able to pick up digs, but a lot left to be desired still here for Avant Garde. This is small consolation considering the fact that this is potentially going to be the 7th round that they are going to lose in a row. You see DevK making his way up to see what he can get done. He has the bomb in his hands. Seems that quick one tap, and he does get it onto Ares, but a timely peek from Stevie will dispatch of him. And that's 7-0 now, as Trident still look pretty unstoppable, and their bank is quite intimidating, to say the least.
Avant Garde are beginning to fall behind now. They need to really get some more picks in. If they definitely need to, they seem to be lacking on the entry and pushing onto any sites. They seem to be sitting back. I think they're going to have to push a bit more, be a bit more hard-wearing.
Does seem like they are struggling to win some of these angels as well. Has going to try to open up long here. Does get the kill onto Shads. So that's a really nice way to start the round here. That's the most promising opening we've seen to a round here for Avant Garde since they've been buying their rifles. And they're going to make their way through middle at the moment. You can see a pretty defensive but effective setup here from Trident. They have basically given up the A site and can go for flanks, can go for retakes, and can hold long if A is taken for the B players to rotate and try to support through catwalk. So it's kind of actually a nice setup. I like it, but looks like we're going to get some aggression coming in as they try to work out what's going on. There's digs once again.
Lovely pick onto short there. Looks like they're going to push through middle. Got exerts smoked off, luckily.
Ares alone on the site. It's going to be up to the task here with the M4 at the back. Doesn't get anything though, and that is a clean entry. 4 players for Avant Garde with the bomb to be planted. This is looking quite fantastic, but Trident, they've got so much cash. 3 on 4. Weapon advantage. They're absolutely going to go for this here. Just waiting on that flank coming in on upper dark, and it is going to be Stevie who takes the frag onto Chris. Looking at extra damage done here. Sheep goes down by the big box, and it is a massacre. So it seems really difficult here for Avant Garde to really get many opportunities there. I mean, they got the opening pick on long, and they're able to then move into middle.
A very clean retake though for Trident there. I don't think they lost a single man retaking B site.
No, they were left with on a 3 on 4 and came out with 3 men still standing. So very, very good from them. And the way the AWPs have been moving around here for Trident has certainly been very effective. And I do like how they've been mixing their setups. They've gone back to the 3-man setup on A once again. The initial line of players that's spread out from long. And they don't have a huge presence on middle most of the time. So this is quite interesting, as Avant should have seen this. Now, I think they've seen it a few rounds, that trying to often have 2 players in the B site, and they've given up heavy presence on middle. And once again, they will be finding that out. Just that. It's good smokes, and there it is. That's going to block off the window angle. So this is good work here from Avant Garde now to take map control. Catwalk though.
Taking out PVG on mid. She pushing onto a catwalk. Hopefully can get the entry pick onto Stevie. That would leave a site. Brilliant frag by Chris. Well, Stevie. This is looking quite hopeful for Avant.
So Avant Garde now could be setting themselves up to take their first round. Already 8 there for Trident as Has locks down catwalk. 2 quick frags. Does get flanked by Shads. So he is going to be the last man, the last hope here for Trident. And once again, their money is pretty strong. So he could decide to save this off, or he could decide to do some extra damage. I mean, we can see that the economy is already quite taxed here for Avant Garde, and could add insult to injury if he's able to get a couple extra frags. But instead, he's just going to go for the safe play with the AWP, keep that value alive. And Avant Garde with a much better round there, but we can see that, or at least it feels to me as though Trident have really nice CT setups. They've got a good understanding of how to play the basic CT game. They've got clear structure to how they handle various situations, or rather when Avant Garde takes certain parts of the map. And generally speaking, it seems like overall they're kind of out-executing Avant Garde as well. You seem not to have the deepest pool of tactics to delve into as well at the moment. We'll have to see if with the double AWP setup they can pull out some decent picks here, which does seem to be an important part of their T side. So running out one after another looking for the trades, but down 2 players already.
I think Trident are definitely holding this very defensively. They've only seemed to have let out the bomb site twice, and only once have they lost actually a round because of it. I think that they're playing it very, very well on the CT side. I'm loving their setups, and they're just not letting Trident get in. I'm not letting Avant get in.
Oh, this is going to be cool. Is he going to boost over the smoke? Let's see if we can catch this here. We've got Chris and Sheep. I thought they were going to boost. Oh, yep, maybe just there it is. Going to boost over the smoke just a little bit here, trying to hop and get some information for those opening picks. That's actually not something I've seen commonly used in that area, but it's going to be Diggs who's on point here. Does go down to Chris in the end, but there's still a wealth of bodies behind the defense here on A as they come in from all sides, but they're not even needed. Stevie with the spray down on 2 players, and that's a 9-1 scoreline now, which is going to reset that money bonus for Avant Garde. And this is really worst case for them. They do have some money left here, and yeah, this is pretty rough. Absolutely. I mean, Tech9's coming out, not enough money to really buy on enough players to do something effective.
Looks like they are going for an A long rush. The lovely Rec 9.
There it is.
Diggs getting the picks.
Pretty easy hold that. I mean, again, it's one of the benefits of having the triple man setup at the start of the rounds on long. I mean, it's the fastest rush timing for the T's, so you know you can spread back and have this this setup where you have a kind of guy here, someone able to support on crossover and one on the site. Usually it's the AWPer in the crossover position, and it creates a nice line of possibilities for team play, as well as always just having answers early on in the round. But once again, pistols coming in here for Avant Garde, as the money was so bad they had to pretty much go for the double eco, and Trident looking at a pretty solid defense here already, and they know what's coming and they are all set up to deal with it, so shouldn't be too much of an issue here to close out the last couple players. And there it is. Trident with another easy situation there, and now Avant Garde finally can buy again, but it's already 11-1, and their best case is picking up like 3 more rounds. And with how things are going so far, it's hard to see that happening unless Sheep is going to step things up massively here. Going to look for some answers from him.
I think Avant really do need to take out Stevie. He seems to be holding the sites wherever they go. There's Stevie there holding an angle, and I think he's the cause for their little round. I mean, we've got Ares here now holding off B site, but Stevie's been doing some pretty good defenses.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how things go on the CT side for Avant Garde, because they could look, it's very possible they'll look like a completely different team. We'll have to see how that goes, but unfortunately so far they're not going to give themselves much to work with if they don't win the pistol. So not the freedom that Trident have had. But now we're in a 3-on-4 situation. We've got upper dark control going in the hands of Avant Garde, as we have Ares at the back of Plateau, looking to make sure that he doesn't let anybody in. In goes the smoke that's going to block vision from double doors. And that's a great flash, and they have no idea where he comes from. Gets both players, and now it's on Sheep, who's left with just no health at all. 7 points of health on him. So yeah, not much to expect from this.
And Chadsky cleans it up there.
So it's very, very tough here for Avant Garde. Bit of a devastating performance from Trident. Definitely good work here from the players like this. In fact, all around here for Trident, pretty much all the players have been doing a really good job. But as you said, you know, Stevie a bit of a standout, at least on the fragging here. Being a very versatile, very dynamic with his rifle. See Stevie there, one of the A players here for Trident. Once again, upper dark control going to Avant Garde, but they've not really spread themselves out here. And last time we saw this, Trident worked it out with an aggressive peek. That's not going to happen this time necessarily, unless Avant Garde give up the game. Looks like they are going to give the game away here. Going to be running in with the grenades. DevK running straight past the player, and it's looking pretty good here now. 3-on-3. They've got the bomb. 3-on-2 rather. They've got the bomb site, and Avant Garde might just be able to work with something now.
They're definitely wanting to look like to take these rounds, or otherwise they're not going to get enough for the CT, and they're leaving themselves very, very little to work with on their CT side.
Good chunk of damage there with the spray through the smoke, and in goes Diggs, looking for the angle. There's a player really, really close to him. Peeks out, going to take the frag onto Diggs as Sheep comes in from the back with the Deagle, and that's going to be the round cleaned up here for Avant Garde. So it's good that they hold this time, but that's still 12-2. So they've got a long road ahead of them. But triple AWP coming in, just spending all the bank here. I imagine they'll probably have an AK on the floor. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to get anything here. Let's have a look. So 2 tags, so not bad actually. We do see Trident taking up positions, and actually they didn't have, I think, enough cash. Oh, just barely missed it there. They didn't have enough cash to actually drop another AK, but on the ground. But yeah, okay, there it is, and Has going to be taking down Stevie, who's just running straight in there, and Trident getting caught off guard.
Trying to be very aggressive. Exerts pushing into the upper, getting out PTG. Shadsky just left on Trident. It looks like Avant Garde are going to be getting one more round in on their T side. But like you said earlier, I think if they could look completely different on CT, and we may see a slight comeback.
It's all going to be on that pistol. No chances for redemptions other than that. So 12-3, the first half score here. Trident with a very dominant showing. Great setups. I really enjoyed watching how they rotated and had the kind of they didn't have a huge amount of different setups, but they had enough kind of versatility and some good dynamic play within what they were doing when they got information about how the teams were playing certain parts of the map. So it seemed like they had a good structure, good understanding to what they were doing. So and you know, definitely been looking at some good holds here from the likes of Stevie, Zerts, and Diggs. You can see them doing quite well on the scoreboard there. But you didn't get as much action there for for someone like Ares, who seemed to be kind of more dedicated to that bomb site. But yeah, pretty good performance all around from the CT side of Trident. Now, Avant Garde going to get their opportunity to prove themselves, but it's certainly not without its challenges, to say the least. We're going to be about playing for that pistol here. Moment, they've got to keep themselves in the moment and not think too far ahead.
Very important pistol round here for Avant Garde. They're going to really have to hold it off. If they lose this round, it's going to be a very uphill climb for them. I think if they play it defensively and then they don't like reveal themselves too much, hold some really good angles on the sides, I think we could see a round for Avant. Looking like they're going to go into B. Straight up rush with the Glock. Taking out Chris.
There he's there, trying to catch any rotating players. He's going to do just that.
Lovely.
Catches Sheep, dropping down from Cat. Avant now in a bit of trouble. They are down a man and trying to have that bomb planted on the B bomb site. How on earth are they going to get in here?
PTG definitely looking for a pick. Has defending the site from Stevie.
Good work here from Has. He gets 3 kills in a row.
Back.
PTG with the last one as well. But this man getting that defuse in, he is going to be the man of the round there for Avant, saving it with 3 quick kills in quick succession. And Avant are going to give themselves hope, some chances here. But it's not over yet, because Trident only have to eco once before they can get a full buy-in. So Avant Garde are going to have that really awkward spot as the CTs, where they're still left with inferior weaponry on the, if they win this one, on the following round when Trident buy up with full AKs and then AWP possibly. So yeah, the pressure game is alive here for Trident.
They definitely don't want to lose this round either. There he's taking out Chris there. PTG turning around and getting Exerts. Holding it off with the pistol there, taking out Shadsky. Looks like DefK is going to peek in. Gets the head of Ares. Leaving just Stevie on his own.
Oh, why would you do it? He's been paid off. And he's going to take down PTG. That's unfortunate. At least you don't get minus like $3,300 like you used to. So it's only like minus 300 these days or something like that. So
unfortunate team kill though.
Indeed, they do need every bit of cash that they can muster. And now you can see that situation I was talking about, where they're completely outgunned now that we've hit the third round and we get the buy-in from Trident. And of course, not the best situation on the grenades, but it is Dust 2, so you can definitely work with that. And they're going to go straight in for a quick B play, and it's only PTG here immediately.
Flash them all.
In with the quick spray down. Chris holding it down for long enough. That's great damage done as the rest of the Avant lineup can come in to support. And wow, PTG still alive with the scout at the back of the site. Gets the last two players.
Wonderful.
Great hold there coming in from Avant Garde.
Despite the rushes, they're holding it off on CT side pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with their performance, and I think this is going to be a very good second half. The Australians definitely know how to entertain.
So I'm really curious to see how things are going to progress once Avant Garde get their AWP going, or their AWPs going. Of course, we know Sheep wants to get on that AWP, and they've got a similar setup, the 3-man opening here. And in fact, it will be a bit of pressure towards Long from Trident, see if they can remove some players from this area. But there they go. Sheep there with a nice angle with that spray down. 2 more players left alive. They're going to take down Sheep as well. So 2 players dead now for Avant Garde and 2 weapons picked up. This could get a little bit troublesome. Already a big loss on the economy, but Ares and Shads can certainly do more with the minute that's remaining on the rounds. And Avant just can't afford to take losses at this point. They need to keep their economy intact.
They're definitely not risking it. You can see him at height. Excellent pick there by PTG. They're nearly going for the jumping scout there. Will Shadsky take him out? But as mentioned, Avant are definitely playing it defensively. They don't want to reveal themselves.
That's a great shot there from Shads as well. Takes down PG on the site, so even more damage done now. As DevK, in-game leader here for Avant, is just playing
Shadsky
behind the
only
crate.
sitting on 18 HP though. We've got 2 players with 100. All it takes is 1 bullet. DevK cleaning it up. But 3 losses though for CT side, not what they've been looking for. But money seems to be not the problem at the moment, which is quite the opposite from last round. Shadsky and Diggs will be ecoing. Oh no, Shadsky, Diggs and Stevie. But Stevie's got a full set of nades, and I take that all back. We've got Shadsky with the Glock.
And DevK picking up, well, triple AWP here coming in for the CT side. Avant, that's very unorthodox there. Not just Sheep, but DevK has as well. But already Sheep going to be able to pick off Ares. And we can see Diggs is potentially the man to watch on this round here for Trident, as he's now AWPing. And they could really use him in some of these AWP duels that are sure to ensue, as there are 3 of them for Avant Garde. And it can be quite a risky play, but so far it's looking quite solid. Good tag onto Zerts, and Trident looking for those picks here, has able to just spot Pixels through this little gap here on the CT slope. Trident have catwalk, but waiting to see what else they can get as the smokes dissipate. Looks like they want to go for a bit of a B split.
Smoke's going down to cover CT, but DevK taking out Zerts, taking out Shadsky as well, and a no-scope headshot onto PTG there.
He's not done yet. There's still 1 more player to find, and DevK's going to pull it off. 4 quick kills with the AWP. Excellent work there from the in-game leader himself, proving that he's got quite the skills with that sniper rifle, and having that utility on your in-game leader is certainly awesome to behold. You can see that Titan benefit from that sometimes. Existence used to be a very strong sniper in Source, and sometimes pulls it out for Titan. DevK's got the same capabilities. Once again, the challenge is coming in. They're looking for the trade, but it's not coming quite easily enough. Chris taking down 2 in a row. It's a great trade here for Avant Garde. They are looking so much better on the CT side so far.
They definitely found their home on CT side Dust. I think we're going to see a very close game now.
So 3 players in middle now for Trident as they try to work out exactly what to do. And as we can see, PTG's quite close to the door, so he's going to be able to hear any sounds. If there's any stepping at all, PTG's going to spot it, but does go for a peek, picks up a kill, and both players will be spotted, but Sheep knows they're coming, able to line up the shot perfectly as Stevie tries to make his way out of an exposed position, gets tagged in the back, in goes the nade, and that is it. Sheep takes the round for his team. 12-9 as Avant Garde sprint up the leaderboard, up the scoreboard, sorry, and looks like they can buy up some Tech 9s and some nades here and keep themselves within a buy as long as they don't go below 2k, but looks like they're just going to full out save here.
Sheep's definitely performing better with the AWP on the CT side. I think they're playing the triple AWP setup again. I think they're looking to lock these sites down.
And I like this idea here from Avant. You can see they're reading their opponent's money. They put 3 on B at the start of the round this time. Long has been held so effectively in the previous rounds.
Trident rushing onto site here.
Let's see if they can actually do much here. It looks like they are going to have a very nice entry. In goes He's up onto the upper dark area. Looks like Haz is able to take both players out with the help of the T's themselves. The team kill coming in. Zert's now in a really key position to lock down the back of the plateau.
Could this be a retake by Dev? He's just got to spot them. And a lovely, lovely pick back from Exerts there.
3 kills from him in that round. Definitely very key player. As Avant Garde finally dropping one on the CT side. I think that's the first one. Yeah, it's the first one they've lost. They went 6 in a row there. But Trident now with loads of cash to play with. 2 AWPs of their own. Now we're seeing a very different setup from Avant. They had 3 AWPs for the previous rounds. And now they've got just 1. They're going for the Noah stack in the middle again. Which is really, really good in the early timings. But
Sheep taking out digs there.
So you can see how effective this can be around the 120 timing. When T's try to take middle and catwalk control, you can get a really nice angle. And in goes Stevie, he's angry, just goes straight for the kill, gets the trade. And PTG never expected that. You can see how surprised he was. His position wasn't quite perfect for an Angel like that. And Trident now, 3 versus 4, giving themselves some extra breathing room and stressing that defense a little bit. You can see how they're splitting up, 2 to a site. I want to get the A split going now, but we do have, let's check out what Sheep is. He's over by B here, so looks like he's largely going to be ineffectual as trying to push the A site initially. He really uses AWPing prowess here on the A side, but DevK already taking down the cap push. In comes the remaining 2 players looking to make their way up onto the site from long. Has on the boxes if they get that far, but what a great jump there onto the crates. Teammates coming in as well, and that's another round there for Avant. So
13-10 on the scoreboard. They are creeping up ever so slowly.
And 2 AWPs now for them, so seem like they can really mix in. They've got quite a lot of play between 1 and 3 AWPs, it seems. Seems like the 3 AWPs thing was a thing for them. You actually never see that in the European scene. I don't think you really often see it in the North American scene either, as a legit setup. Like if a team has loads of money or wants to troll, or it's like the end of the round, end of the half, maybe you'll see it, but other than that, not so much. So interesting to see that variation here from these Aussie teams. You see the save round gets largely cleaned up, just 1 frag from Diggs so far.
Sheep looking to finish it up there. Lovely double kill.
So
Sheep is definitely skilled with that AWP. He seems to be showing more power on the CT side there.
yeah, his aggressive AWPing wasn't nearly as good as what appears to be a strength in the more passive angles, the more reactive play on the AWP. Again, the Noah stack there. So I'll have to see if they're able to get another kill on that one. They've been doing it fairly frequently, and I think they have been spotted numerous times. So something you do see teams tend to do is just spray through the smoke into that position because it's so common in the metagame at the moment. But you can see that they're going to pick up another frag because of it. And it just goes largely unpunished here, and DevK gets one through the smoke on a long. That's a crippling blow here to Trident. Avant Garde coming all the way back on the CT. It's still quite a long road ahead, but this is a great way to start off the round with 2 early frags. Chris now gets deep into his position. Does take the trade though. The bomb is spotted. There's Sheep once again locking down the B site. You can see that they know exactly where the bomb is. They know exactly where Shads is. And he's up against 4 players. He's got 40 seconds left to work with. We'll spray down the first player, but does take a lot of damage in the process. And he is going to get naded down by PTG, or sorry, Sheep. And Avant Garde 1 away now from tying up the match. It looked like it was going to be a complete shutout, a complete whitewash, but it has turned into quite a close match ever since Avant Garde really got themselves rolling. Ever since Haz picked up the triple kill on the pistol, that was really crucial. But another save in. They're getting so many rounds off of just the saves of Trident. So that's been really helpful also. Clean up here so far from Avant Garde.
2v5. Two P250s. What a mouthful. One remaining.
Yeah, definitely, it's been very interesting to see the usage of these AWPs here from Avant Garde. I wonder if they're gonna be rolling at least with 2 now. I would imagine Sheep would buy one. He's been quite effective on the B site with that so far, and Avant Garde haven't really had to take any aggressive moves. I mean, the extent of their aggression is the Noah stack, which is the boost there. So I can show you this. Is that you just stack here basically, and often this is smoked up by the T's, and you have this usually from a default round from the T's. You have this movement where you have like essentially two or three players going in dark. You have one who goes outside long just to kind of hold long against any CT flanks, and you can have one player who kind of holds top middle, waiting for his teammates to kind of arrive into mid. You leave one in the upper dark area who kind of is there to kind of hold this position. You've got one holding long, you've got 3 players left, and then their job becomes to take this area. They want to take the close range on the double doors, and they want to take cat control. So what the nurse stack does in this position is, for the CTs, it allows them to actually pressure and deal with those 3 players as they try to get that push around the 120 mark.
It's definitely given Avant Garde a good few frags from it, which has made rounds significantly easier for them. Stevie taking out DefK.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's been unpunished largely so far, but off the back of that opening kill, looks like they are determined to move quickly up catwalk here. Doesn't seem like they're to be messing about. Stevie's still there looking for a way through on A long, but actually no, he actually turns his attention to middle, picks up a quick frag, he hears him running, and now it's a 3-on-3 all of a sudden with Trident trying to get themselves on that A bomb site with the bomb planted. Diggs with a great frag onto Haz. It's going to open up control towards A long at the moment, but looks like PTG coming in from short. It's going to be able to take down one. It's going to be a good nade, but it's just down to Sheep.
Definitely wanting to shine right now.
Not looking the right way, though. Does get caught, but still gets the shot onto Ares. But there's not all that much
looks like he's going to just rush onto site with the AWP. And turns away at just the wrong moment. Diggs clearing up and bringing around for Trident, which is definitely needed, putting the score at 14-13.
So trying to reclaim the flow of the match here, but Avant Garde, who had a huge bank rolling in for them, at the moment you can see they're out of cash. So if Avant Garde lose this round, they're done. They are completely done. They cannot afford to lose this one. They're going to be eco if they do, and that should be an easy follow-up for trying to close out the match 16-13. So Avant Garde absolutely need to find a way to win this, and they are going to go the cat push with 2 players. They do get 1 frag for it, but can they actually keep this rolling here? Chris able to take down 2 extra players to even things up to a 3-on-3. PTG goes aggressive here into upper dark, trying to capitalize on the distractions created by his teammates in middle, and he's going in for the flank. PTG coming in from behind him, and there it is. He's going to be able to snap his neck, and the bomb goes down. That's huge here for Avant Garde.
3 versus 2. Avant Garde looking like they could bring this one back. Still very possible for Trident though. The bomb's been dropped though in lower dark, and excellent pick by Sheep there, leaving it in a 1 versus 3. Shusky looking to pick up the bomb, smoked off there.
They have good setup around it. Sheep's just covering that eventuality if he moves into middle, but he goes for the pickup onto the bomb. DevK does spot it, gets the peek and the frag, and Avant win a very, very key round. Now they're going to be able to actually keep the ball rolling on the buys, and Trident themselves are going to be eco. So this is actually quite worrying here, because if we look at the money here for Trident, $1,500 on 2 players, 1,800 on 1, and considering they just won a round, even on the following round, they're going to have a very ropey buy at best. They're going to be able to buy AK armor and probably very, very, very few nades. So this is terrible right now for Trident. They could be in a lot of trouble here. They're just going to run in on this save, nothing all that creative. See if they can overwhelm the CTs on the site. I'm going to pick up 2 quick frags and the weapons. Zert's going to go straight to the winner with the AWP. Looks for the flick shot, doesn't land it.
Misses that there.
Oh, the CTs just trying to does pick up Haz now. It's a 3-on-2. Surely they're not going to pick this round up. with nothing but the Glocks rolling through onto the site, and the weapons picked up off the dead bodies of the Avant players. But in they go, DevK in a 2-on-1 there.
And Chris gets the frag there. 7 HP remaining on him.
He's going to just barely be able to take the round. And Avant Garde moved to 15 now, so against all odds, Avant Garde with a huge comeback in this match. But it's not over yet. There's still one more round to close it out. Trident still able to force us to overtime. You can see getting the bomb down really helped their economy massively, enabled the purchase of 2 AWPs. Diggs and Stevie are going to be holding on to those, as we are going to see them working middle with them initially. Smoke does go down though, and there's no one on B at the moment here for Avant Garde, taking a little bit of a risk there at the right at the start, and it might be capitalized on because Zertz is just walking in at the moment, and they don't have
Sheep's
position on the defense. This is very gambly right now.
Sheep's going to want to get that pick. Sounds like he missed it there.
No defense at all. They're going to have to go for a 5-man retake, and in the meanwhile, there is a man who's actually on catwalk here. I believe it's Zertz, so he could be a massive round changer here for his team. But Diggs is already going to be picking up one there. I believe through the smoke, and actually it was Aries. And look at that free kill onto Sheep. Now they know there's one in dark, and they're all stuck in front of the site. This is a disaster for Avant Garde. Both trying to get in there.
Stuck in the door there.
Blocking each other through the window. And Trident's looking fantastic. And the tied up, that's going to be overtime then. So the overtime rules here for the Faceit League is MR5 16K. So against all the odds indeed. They looked so awful, I have to say, on the T side, Avant Garde. They were just looking for picks. They couldn't find anything. It looked almost too easy for all the rounds to go the way of Trident. But then equally, when Trident were switching sides onto T, they had equally, if not more, problems finding openings and closing rounds. So it's really interesting how CT-sided this was. And I think in large part you can attribute it to the fact that these teams are having lineup changes and mixing their structures up does tend to throw a wrench into the works for your T rounds. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but yeah, generally speaking, it's a very interesting match. And as you pointed out, Sheep, who was in theory so key for Avant Garde on their T rounds, didn't really show up, and it wasn't until CT that we really saw him actually be able to shine.
Unfortunately, on that last round, though, he did leave the B site just a second before they began pushing in, and it really didn't help them with their defense. So a 5-on-5 retake is definitely not what you want to be doing, especially on B site where there's so many angles to hold. Considering how well Avant Garde played their CT half, only giving up 3 rounds in total, I think they really let themselves down on that last game, but I think they might have it in the CT, in the overtime. They know how their CT side works, and it's definitely stronger than Trident's.
Interestingly, Sheep, for those wondering, I mentioned before, he came from Team Fortress 2, and apparently he's only had around like 700 hours in Counter-Strike. So he's quite new if you compare him to some of the old vets who come from 1.6 and Source. He's limited experience in the game, and his team is trying to build off of his AWPing style. So gonna see him winning a duel there against Diggs again. Good timing on the angle, and PTG wants to move in aggressively behind that pick. In he goes as they have the nades out, and he spots the bomb. That's massive, and he spots 2 extra players, and they know there's only 3 left here. So we can see the rotation starting to come in. DevK is going to feel much more liberated to actually push the long area if you really wanted to take a small risk, but they do have a man advantage, so it's keeping things
Looks like he
chill.
might get the flank kill, DevK.
He will indeed. He spots the bomb again. He's going to try to smoke it off. Keeps the pressure alive, and you can see the distraction coming into play because Chris moved in from the back as they were attracted to DevK, and going to chill up there with the bomb. Aries picks up Chris. DevK though with the perfect angle, and that's the round closed out by Avant Garde. And you got to say that it it's definitely going to be helpful to Avant Garde to actually get to continue on with their CT side, moving in with the momentum that they generated on the CT side previously, because they had an awful T half at the start of the match. So it's going to be Trident, who also had an awful T half, trying to save their match on the second half of overtime with that going for them again. So it's definitely an easier situation for Avant Garde, I think, in this overtime. But
Avant is definitely going to be wanting to get all the CT rounds they can get. As we've seen, it's definitely their stronger side, and they don't want to be leaving it too difficult for their T side.
Big presence in middle there from Avant Garde. Sorry, from Trident. Just taking catwalk now. A little bit late on that one. Would expect to see a potential angle finding to see where the CTs are and see if they can find some picks onto the A site. But it's going to be a bit of a push here. We can see from Avant Garde. They're going to work out what's happening before it hits them because of this upper dark take. And that's going to be very detrimental to Trident's chances here, because you can see how they are being constricted slowly. Look how close Avant Garde are getting to their positions, just completely violating their map control. Great shot there through the door from Sheep as they spot the T's running across, and they're getting completely sandwiched here, all stuck in the doors and crushed by the defensive lines of Avant Garde. And it's just Zert's left over. The bomb down in front of the doors, and 20 seconds left on the round. He's got a full lineup to deal with. Walks into the smoke, and he might actually just pass through unnoticed here. They have no idea where he is.
Has finishing it up there.
So 3 AWPs again for Avant Garde. Definitely seems to be a thing.
2 AWPs for Trident there. Seems to be a very AWP heavier game.
Okay, that's good. They did drop an AWP. I still think 3 AWPs is very ambitious, no matter which side you're on.
3 AWPs definitely means you could be giving away AWPs to the opposition. It's a lot more risky, especially like we saw in the second half there when I think it was Trident were ecoing. They managed to pick up 2 AWPs from the Avant Garde.
I can see how it can make sense, but we'll hold that thought for the moment as we have Trident moving up catwalk into DevK's process very soon here as he's holding it down. The AWP does get the shot into Stevie, just making his angle a little bit shallower, making it a deeper peak for Zertz. As you can see him creeping around, and he's going to get the shot onto DevK. It's going to open up the A bomb site now for Trident as Avant's come in on the retake. They do have Haz straight up there on short, immediately there to respond, picks off the head of Shaz and gets the second as well. Good retake from Haz. And picks up the AWP, so they have themselves 2 AWPs.
Haz's aim is definitely on point this game. He's been retaking the sites. I think he's been the man that's going in there, and yeah,
he's been really clutch for them. That's I think you're right. I think he's been the most clutch for them in those retakes. Won some really key rounds for them. Definitely been an important player.
DevK just missing the shot onto Stevie on short.
Fast A split here from Trident, and that's now it's just a long rush as the cap push is completely annihilated, and we've seen there on digs. So Avant kind of wrecking them here in this round. Trident yet to find all that much, getting tagged as they jump across even, as they're going to look for the bomb plant from Zertz now. It's a good frag there from Ares as he does take down Haz. PTG on the wrap that finds one, and now it's Zertz. He's got 2 positions to worry about. Does see the grenade, he knows the trajectory, spots the player, gets good damage. 20 health left on Sheep. Then goes the flash, in comes the peek, and there's the shot.
Lovely teamwork there by Avant for retaking the site. PTG's definitely been flanking a lot this game. He's been trying to get behind those enemy positions and try and shut them down from the other side where they're least expecting it.
So 19-15, and Avant Garde looking just as they did in the second half where they were playing CT. Just pretty solid against Trident's, the way Trident want to play. We've got only Stevie on the AWP here for Trident. And once again, they're going to try to break through long. They have the flashes. That's going to give them the early positioning into the A-long area as Avant have to contract their defensive line further back into the A site itself. And we can see how they've changed their setup now. They've got FK on the site looking towards short, PTG there below as well as Chris. So not the strongest setup here on the A bomb site, but they do have quite a few players there, so they're going to have to rely upon that at the moment. They have 2 players in pit have Trident. And now just moving back through middle, see if they can reclaim some control of middle and cat at the moment. Get this A split working for them. If they can wrap at the right time, it would be great, but this is a great move here from Avant Garde. They've actually moved into middle to just basically cut off the cat play completely as the push is coming in from long at the same time. We do have them making their way up. The bomb is dropped now. DevK with 2 very nice kills as Tridents do have the A bomb site, but no bomb. That's now the dilemma for them.
Spot at the top of DevK's hat, but DevK takes it out. Stevie goes down.
Big round there from DevK, and that's going to be a really powerful half. All 5 rounds for Avant Garde. All 5. That's a lot for Trident to live up to. They did, well, they obviously proved that they have a good CT side also, but yeah. And, you know, I can see why the multitude of AWPs actually works in the way that the game has been played by both teams, because both teams go for a heavy pick style. I mean, the weakness of the AWP is if you get overwhelmed or if there's set plays. We see little play like that coming out from the T rounds. It's mostly just pick based, but that said, in comes a fast rush here. No nonsense play. Has with an entry. Get traded upon by Ares, but there is another trade from Chris to make it 1 man to the good for Avant Garde. Are they going to close it out right here and now? Looks like they could very well do that. They got the advantage. Bombs down now.
Running back through that smoke there. Smart plays. 3 on 3. Could this be it for Avant Garde?
Really fast round. Flash comes over the top. Chris there dealing with the players, lopping off the head of 2, and there's just 1 left. It's Diggs. Gets
trying
the
for
shot.
the jumping Glock.
And he's got more players to deal with. And the time is running out, and there you go. Avant Garde going to take that one, and again, a surprising result for me. After seeing the first half, I mean, it looked like Trident were just going to win the match. They looked really good, and then it just seemed like both teams struggled so much on the T side. That's it came down to the T side completely.
Avant Garde's CT side definitely helped them out there. They were very, very